Alicia. Good morning. How are you today?
Hi. Good morning. I'm doing really great today. Really good.
Awesome. I just want to welcome you to Ministry with Coffee. We're so excited that you're here today. I'm just wanting to dive in and share your ministry with the world. I just think it's just, well, I'm kind of partial to it, you know why, but I just want us to share and maybe maybe bring and invite other people into your ministry so they can hear about it. So, first of all, what is the background of this ministry?
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for asking me to be a part of this. It's an honor just to share a little bit of our story and the heart behind it and the why behind it. So to kind of go back to just the groundwork of how this ministry got started, my husband and I, we moved from California to Texas in 2018. We had four kids at the time, our youngest being Beau Bear, and he was about 20 months old when we had a bunch of friends over to the ranch. We just were kind of fairly new to the area, so we were just wanting to just create community and host people and just really plug in because we were so new still. And so we were just kind of busy doing things, and I had lost track of little Beau, and we owned a big ranch at the time, so there was always things going on, but there's a lot of people, a lot of hustle and bustle, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I haven't seen him for a little while, and I started asking around, and no one had seen him, and so we kind of started to panic. And I asked Beau. Beau went and looked in the shop, couldn't find him, and we had an old empty pool on the property, but it was tucked back, no one used it. But there happened to be quite a bit of rainwater in it, sitting in it, and so I went to go check it, like sure he hadn't gone over there. And I found him in the bottom of the pool. He was face down, so I jumped in and I got him. I got him out. There were several veterans, some firemen that were happened just to be there at our house at the time. So they performed CPR, and we were able to get him to the hospital and then care flighted up to Cook's Hospital. And they had a little bit of hope. They had given us like, hey, we think this is going to be okay. And then as soon as they said it, I mean, they came in and said, there's nothing else we can do. And so we lost our youngest son that night. And I remember getting in. Yeah, it was really hard. It's still super hard just reliving it all. I just remember getting in the car on the way home, and his car seat's in the back, and it's just like Beau looked at me and he just said, is this real? This is can't be real. And so I mean, literally your worst nightmare is realized, and all of a sudden, like, our son is gone. And so out of that, I mean, our community, our church, our neighbors, family that that had come in, we had never experienced such support and love. People just showed up, and they kept showing up. And Beau looked at me it's probably a month after Beau Bear had gone to heaven, and he just said, I think like God really put this on my heart that you need to duplicate, like we need to duplicate this, and I think you need to run it. I think you need to head up a nonprofit where we are able to love, to support financially, to give resources to families who don't get to experience what we experienced. Because I mean, I hate to say it, but it happens all of the time. And in a lot of cases, as we've experienced over the last few years, these families just, they don't have anything and they don't have anybody. And so we're able to come in, walk alongside them, pray for them, be a listening ear. We're in a club that no one wants to be in, but being able to share an experience, and now to be on the other side of it where we can say, like, we made it, like, we're okay, you're going to be okay too. And then just help them pay medical bills, funeral costs, even like groceries or a getaway. We've been able to gift a little vacation, because getting out of town and just getting out of your home and just your regular, all the sadness is there. So to be able to remove yourself, to grieve, to process, really is a gift too. So those are some of the ways that we help. But that's kind of the story of what happened. Beau's vision from the Lord. I mean, he sat with God a lot during that time. And I remember I remember when he came to me and he said, hey, God told me we need to do this and I want you to do it. And I was a mess. Like I was a mess. And we can get into this a little bit later, but I was really struggling. I had a secret alcohol addiction. I was really, I mean, neck deep in. I was grieving. Our marriage was kind of a mess. Not kind of, it was a mess. And so when he said that to me, I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't want
Yeah.
to do it. I don't have any desire to do it. I'm not in the place to do it. But the Lord just started whispering to me, like, this is something that I think you can do and I want you to do. And so in obedience, I said yes.
Yeah.
It's
Isn't there
scary,
healing in it? It's
but
healing.
it's
It's healing.
it really is. And I think that probably is the most surprising part. I think a lot of people,
Mhm.
they've asked me, like, gosh, that just must be really, really hard to hear stories and talk to parents. But I'm kind of an introvert. I keep my feelings kind of in. I process in my own head a lot. And so for me personally, I really think it was the biggest gift for me to be able to almost process with other people too, as we're talking about it, as I get to share what happened, my story, just saying it out loud really has done just so much healing for my heart. So it's God's so good. He knew
He,
what we needed.
oh, absolutely. I believe in what I've always heard through wonderful mentors of my own is that we can't keep what we don't give away.
That's right.
You
That's good.
know, yeah. So if we're not giving it away, I mean, we can't keep it. And
Yeah.
so, through this healing process of what you went through such a tragic, terrible loss of little Beau Bear,
Yeah.
such a cute little boy. I
It
mean,
was the
goodness,
best.
I cannot wait to show his pictures when we promote you and those
Oh,
big old blue
yeah, he's
eyes.
precious.
Oh, yes. And just being able to just let people know that he's still here. He's
Yeah,
still with you and
that's right.
that he is out there making a difference in so many people's lives.
Yeah,
It's just
it's been
such a
super
beautiful
cool
thing.
to be able to use his name and to
Mhm.
give him like just a legacy. And so the bear, which I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, Bo was his first name, and his middle name was Barrand, which was kind of a play on my grandfather's name, which was Bernard, but it meant brave as a bear. And so we just called him Beau Bear from like day one. It was just Beau Bear and Big Bo. So my husband's also Bo, and he's like, we don't want it, Bo Jr. Beau Bear was just, it kind of stuck. It was an easy way to differentiate between the two. And so yeah, he had the brightest, biggest blue eyes. And so the
Mhm.
color is after his eyes. And the name is just his namesake.
So good. It's so
Yeah.
good. So I know that this wasn't always easy because anytime that you start a new ministry, let's just be honest and be real, it's hard.
Very hard. Very hard. A lot
Yeah.
of unknowns. Yeah, so I started digging. I mean,
Yeah, so share some of these challenges, please share with
yeah.
them because there's somebody out there that's listening right now and going,
Mhm.
you know what, God put a ministry in my heart.
Yeah.
He's placed something deep inside of me.
Yeah.
Alicia, how did you do it? How did you do it? So that's what
Yeah.
they're going to be asking. So can you share
Sure.
the
There's like
challenges?
the technical-ish part, which is, like, do you want to
Mhm.
be a 501(c)(3)? Like, is that where you want to go? And that's a whole different thing. You have to apply. You really have to do your research and you want to do it the right way. So I did it the wrong way first because I was doing it on my own, and I was able to bring someone alongside of me who had previously done multiple nonprofits and just really walk me through, okay, you need this done, this paperwork submitted, you need blah blah blah. And so my biggest takeaway is for sure bring others in. It took me I
Mhm.
really I think because there were so many unknowns, I didn't know what it was going to look like, what it was going to feel like. I really wanted to keep it was me, like I'm going to do it because I can kind of control it. And I think that was a detriment to myself. I think I missed a lot of opportunities of growth because I was afraid to ask for help and guidance of things I just didn't know. So pride.
Well,
And
and well, also too, let's be fair to you. I mean, I think some of it is when it's that intimate,
yeah,
something that personal.
that's
I think
right.
it's really hard for us to ask people to come in because it's
Yeah,
personal and we don't want it to lose that intimacy.
that's right.
And so I think it is a little bit of that fear, maybe
Yeah.
maybe pride, but it's also fear
Yeah.
of them messing up or not
Yeah.
having the heart that you have for it. So I can
Yeah.
understand that totally.
Yeah.
But God tells us that there are many parts of one body and that we need
Absolutely.
one another. And I believe that's in Romans 12:5, where he
Yep.
talks about the importance of having the different parts of the body and how we can work together to do so much more good.
Yeah.
And I agree. I have a hard time with that myself. So
Yeah, it's just hard. And so I was able to this last year, really, we formed a board. We just made it
mhm.
official. And it's been so lovely just to have people in my corner. I have incredible personalities with different, like you were talking about, with different giftings that are able to see things I can't see and just speak into things, and really take things off my plate so that we can do more. I'm able to do more and they're able to do more. And so just schedule events and really be able to bring in some fundraising so that we can pour it all back out. Like that's the main goal, is just to get this into the hands of families that really need it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Many hands do little work, I think is what
Yep.
they say, right?
I say that
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot.
Okay. So we talked a little bit about the blessings of what has come from that, but share like a story that really touched you, that you saw that you made an impact or Beau Bear made an impact
Yeah.
in someone's life. Can you share a story with us today?
Yeah, I'm gonna share. I think this last one that just happened. So we had in our little town of Granbury, just a terrible tragedy. A bus hit a little boy and killed him. A little just precious little boy, and we were able to, because it was in community. This dad went to our church. So there was just so many different God connections, that we were able, so my husband Beau was able to, just dad to dad of loss, be able to sit with him in the hospital and grieve with him, walk through what it looks like, what it's gonna feel like, what it's gonna look like, and just cry. I mean, just weep with him. And there's just something, only God could have done that and put that together. And really being able, like watching our community rally together, like behind Beau Bear, behind this young man, and just love him well, prop him up. Like that's what it's all about. Like you just, so our goal just really is to bring in everybody, like bring awareness to what this looks like in real time. And I think our community really got a glimpse into, like, I mean, firsthand look at tragedy up close in your community. Like, and so being able to be available to, like we're prepared for these kinds of things. This is why we do it. And it's just been beautiful. It's been hard and awful, but God somehow, some way has used it for his glory, number one. And just given us an opportunity. I don't know if this guy would have had a whole lot of other, so it's just really neat to see, especially my husband, because a lot of time I talk to moms. So a lot of
Mhm.
moms, that I get to talk to, who really need that connection and that closure. And so for Beau to have an opportunity to talk to a dad was really special. And then I have another one from like right when we started, and it was, a family that had heard of us. I just Googled us, and we happened to pop up, and she had lost, her little boy, and we still are in contact. That was about 3 years ago, and she'll check in on me and I'll check in on her, and it's just this bond that you have, that sticks with you a long time. Just for, hey, I'm having a hard day. Can you pray for me? And you just get it. You get it. So just all of those things have been, and I mean, it's the relationship part that really is the key to all of this. It's looking someone in the eye, taking the hour phone call, and just being able to empathize with them, and just to be a listening ear, to pray over them. A lot of these people don't know Jesus, so I get a really cool opportunity to minister and just be the hands and feet with, yes, resources, but also just like words of hope. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, that is cool, especially to be the hands and feet of Jesus when they
Mm,
don't know Jesus or they
that's
haven't
right.
experienced Jesus. And
Yeah.
I love the thing that you said about, you had a church community that came around you and just
Yep.
loved you and Bo and they came out to the ranch and they were there for you. Just to know that so many people do not have that church home. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I believe that you would feel the same way. We need to encourage them that to find a church home,
Yes,
because that community is so valuable and so important.
that's
And you
right.
never know when
You
something
just
tragic
don't.
is
No,
going to.
I think sometimes we walk around just really thinking that we're in control and we're gonna, it's, and that's just not the case. Like drop of a dime, things just happen. So just to be aware and and the other thing I've really learned through all of this is to, like, yeah, to be aware and keep my eyes open. Like there are people hurting. I mean, everyone's hurting, everyone's broken. So just to have a heart and compassion for people. Compassion, I think, is the word that the thing that the Lord's really, he's softened my heart a lot. Um, just to hard things in general, not just child loss, but just hard things, like an understanding, like, man, life is just hard. And so for someone just to take 5 minutes to ask you how you're doing, to make the phone call, it goes a long way. It goes a really, really long way.
Kind of reminds me of the Samaritan story.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
know,
So good.
the guy saw him. He was far away. Of course, two men didn't stop, and we won't go into all the whole story.
Yeah.
But the one man that did stop saw him from a far distance, and he went over to him. And I
Yep.
love that he took the time to go over to him. I don't
Yep.
know if
They
that
didn't have
meant
to.
cross. Yeah, I don't mean that. I don't know if that means he crossed the road, or if
Yeah.
I just don't know what that actually means. But
Yeah.
for him
He
to
went out of
take
his
the
way.
time, right, right,
Yep.
that he wasn't so busy in his own stuff and, oh, I
Yeah.
got to be here, I've got to make this appointment,
Yeah.
I have to pick up the kids, or, but I think you're so right. I think stopping and seeing
Hmm.
and looking for an opportunity to bless someone is
Yeah.
huge, and it's just kind of lost today. So I'm glad that you shared that, because that's just so important.
Yeah.
So
It's good. That's good, Trisha.
yeah. So one last question, and then I'm
Okay.
gonna I'm gonna let you go. But I'm so glad you came. So if I am listening and I'm just moved. I just want to help this ministry, because I want it to reach other people that are hurting, and
Yeah.
to be the hands and feet of Jesus. And I want you to continue to do that. And I want Beau to continue to do that. So how could I help? How can I be a
Yeah.
partner to you?
Great question. We have a few different ways. If you want to just give financially, of course, that's an incredible help. That's what keeps this thing afloat and
Mhm,
helps
mhm.
people just get through all the stuff. You can go to our website, which is beaubear.org. You can also email me at alicia.beaubear.org and you ask me questions, see where the need is. Like right now, we are super excited. Another way to help, we have a 5K that's happening this Saturday. So we have
That's
different events
awesome.
throughout the year, where like volunteers are needed, sponsors for tables. If you want to donate something for a silent auction or the live auction that we're doing May 31st at Warren's backyard, it's going to be
There
amazing.
you go.
But
Mhm.
there's, I mean, tons of ways. And honestly, pray. If you could just pray that the right people find us, that the people that are coming to us just can hear a little bit of Jesus in what we're doing. And it could just be that first seed, even, or that next step to what relationship with Jesus looks like. That would just be super incredible. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and we just keep updated with what we're doing, the events. Sometimes I share different stories of families. That way you can just see a face and know a name,
Yeah.
be able to pray specifically. And I think that's just, I mean, prayer is so powerful. And they might never even know it, but the way that God moves through prayer, he's so faithful. And he hears us, and he's faithful to move in that. So those are a few different ways that you can love us, support us. Yeah, it's just been an honor to be able to, and we're still in the learning curve part.
Yeah.
We're figuring it out, and every case looks differently, and but it's been a it's been a sanctifying process, all of this. It's been hard, but I know in obedience, and this is just speaking to everybody, like being obedient to what the Lord has for you, and stepping out in faith and
Mm.
not being fearful. Like he just blesses the socks off of us. Like he just loves us really well, the way he intends us to be blessed when we just trust him in those things. So yeah, it's been a wild 5 years. It's been,
Yeah.
Beau and I have lived a lot of different lives and stories and chapters, and this one's been watching my kids too get to be a part of this ministry has been really neat, and us be able to talk about our son and be able to heal through it all. Like
Mhm.
it's been a blessing and healing all around, not just for me, but for our whole family.
Alicia, I'm so thankful that you came, and I'm so glad that you shared Beau Bear, and I'm just so thankful that you shared with the viewers how that
Mhm.
they can participate in Beau Bear organization, and so we're really excited about it. I know that you're going to get plenty of calls, maybe some emails,
Yeah.
and just keep us posted. And I hope that you come back on the show one day. I'd like
Thanks,
to interview
Trisha.
you next for how does it feel to be a pastor's wife?
Oh boy. Yeah, that's a whole different
I
beast.
know it's going to be another one. So just know that I'll be hitting you up for
Awesome.
wonders.
It's an honor. You know how much I adore you. You are so fun to be with, and really
I love
excited to
you.
see what God does with this.
Thank you for joining us today with Ministry with Coffee. We are so glad that you are here. We pray that this episode brought you hope and encouragement. And we ask that you like this page, and we also ask that you share it with your friends and your family. Thank you so much again for joining us and for being a part of Ministry with Coffee. Have a great day.